Ba-da-da-da. Welcome to Koco's Corner. I am the huge one, Dave Koco from KocoSports.com or KOCOSports.net. It's where the world comes to kick ass, your home for combat sports, and above all, where it's okay to be a passionate fan, and we have a help wanted sign on the KocoSports.net window. All right, so let's break this down. This is our weekly WWE NXT review. As always, we ask you win, loss, or tie. Win, loss, or tie. And here comes the weekly. Sorry that the show's late. Real life is getting in the way. Man, I hate when real life gets in the way of the internet. We will be doing a TNA review and hopefully a lot more podcasts. So we try to do one a day. So please like, comment, subscribe. And if you really like the show, we're not going to beg you for money. We're going to beg you to buy a t-shirt because we're classy around this joint. You can get an Internet Infantry shirt at KocoSports.net. All right, let's break this down. A lot of people in chat were giving the NXT, the KocoSports.net Internet Infantry chat. You can go find it on KocoSports.net. Stop plugging! Stop! The plugs are over, jerk! I'm sorry, I do apologize. Anyway, in the chat, a lot of people were giving this a tie. Some people said it wasn't that impressive. And I think that maybe just we have such high standards for NXT. I actually kind of enjoyed the episode. So in the comments below, put win, loss, or tie. I feel like a jerk because I'm going win. I enjoyed this. People in the chat room were like, oh, it was tie. It was one of the worst episodes of NXT. And I enjoyed it. I really did. All right, let's break it down match by match. You got Kenta, Hideo, Itami. It's gonna fucking... Dude, I just get sick to my goddamn stomach. First off, I can barely pronounce the name, if I'm even pronouncing it right at all. And, I just can't get over it. He's fucking Kenta. He's Kenta. I can't say it. Even when I'm watching the match, especially a tag match, I'll be like, oh, there's Prince Devitt and Kenta. And when they say Finn Balor, I'm like, oh, okay, it's Prince Devitt. I got it. But as soon as they're like, it's Itami, Hideo Itami, I'm like, who the fuck is that guy? Did someone just run it? Oh, they're talking about Kenta. Kenta, one of my favorite pro wrestlers in the world right now. First, a guy that's on my fucking hated list, Bull Dempsey. And I thought it was a good story. I was like, there's no way fucking Kenta can lose. I don't know. I have mixed feelings. Kenta is a smaller wrestler. And Kenta is a foreigner who can barely speak English. I can barely speak the English. And I understand you have to have underdogs and all that, but as a guy who saw him in Pro Wrestling Noah, saw him come up through Japan, I think the underdog role is a bunch of fucking horse monarchy. I just think it's no fucking good. No good. Oh, Kenta's the underdog. It's like, all right, you got an Asian Rey Mysterio now. Come on. Fucking, this guy's absolutely amazing. Don't fucking do the underdog role. But he does play the underdog role well, so... I don't know. I got mixed feelings. I understand why WWE's doing it because they're a bunch of racist, fucking smallest assholes. But at the same time, he's pulling it off pretty damn well. It's just sad because, Albert always says this, A-Train, Big Bernard. What's his fucking name now? I think he's just Jason. But A-Train is fucking, he's like, oh, you've only seen a small percentage of what Kenta can do. And I think a lot of fans just think that's hype. No, you've only seen a small percentage. Motherfucker, every goddamn finisher for the last 976 years were stolen from Kenta. That's just fucking facts. See, some people are like, oh, you over-exaggerate with your statistics. No, I fucking stick by that over-exaggeration. That is fact. But yeah, it's a decent opener. I was so scared, and maybe this is a good feeling. I was so scared that Bull Dempsey was going to fucking win. And let me tell you something. If Bull Dempsey beats Kenta, I am punching myself in the dick, crying for 20 minutes, and then I'm going to say a bunch of bad words on YouTube. I guarantee that. I guarantee it. If I can write it down. Punch in the dick, cry on the floor for 20 minutes, come on YouTube, and curse. That's the plan. That's my backup plan. That's my emergency plan when if Bull Dempsey ever beats Kenta. When he leaves the ring, Tyler Breeze attacks him. I really like the Tyler Breeze-Kenta feud. I like where this is going. I'm very excited about this. I think both these guys should be on the main roster. Kenta, just because Japan has some of the best wrestlers in the world. Japan, it's a great pro wrestling market, and you don't have any Japanese wrestlers that are fucking booked respectable ever. Not now, ever. So it would be interesting. And not only that, but Tyler Breeze, he's not as good as the NXT main eventers. With that said, he's better than 90% of the fucking guys on Raw. Tyler Breeze has been in NXT since 1902. I saw Tyler Breeze, like, how long have you been in NXT? It's like, the year was 1902. The vaudevillains weren't the only guys in black and white when Tyler Breeze fucking showed up. They were all black and white back then. Anyway, I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. But anyway, I'm looking excited about this feud, see where it goes. Pretty exciting big man, piece of shit wrestler versus talented underdog wrestler story. And WWE fucking loves that stuff. Next, you have the Lucha Dragons defeat Ty Dillinger and Jason Jordan. I really like this team of Ty Dillinger and Jason Jordan. And it's over. like, it's so weird because, like, I talked about this with the primetime players. I talked about this with other tag teams. It's like, oh, eventually they'll get pushed and, you know, eventually they'll have their moment in the sun. I can't wait for that. Oh, they're gone. All right. I understand. I mean, they looked like a tag team. They looked like wrestlers. They had matching gear and everything. And the Lucha Dragons beat them, so it's good that the Lucha Dragons, you know, are not falling too far down. And then afterwards, Ty Dillinger and Jason Jordan have a little bit of a stuffle, like, oh, we're not friends anymore. And it leaves. Dillinger is pissed because Jordan left him in the ring. He challenges anyone from the back, hit the music, and Baron Corbin comes up. And I really, really enjoyed this. I thought it was a good storyline. I just feel bad for Dillinger and Jordan because they're kind of blue chippers. They have potential, and you're like, oh, they have potential. I wonder if they're going to be good. They just broke up. Oh, Baron Corbin just beat him in fucking 60 fucking seconds, less than 60 seconds. You're like, all right, well, I guess fuck potential, right? Just fuck that. But no, even though I'm a little upset that Dillinger and Jordan are fucking, you know, getting their potential shoved right down their fucking poop chute, it wasn't that bad. All right, so next you have Becky Lynch defeat Bayley. I always thought highly of Becky Lynch. You know, she's a fighting kangaroo. And Becky Lynch, I think she did a great job. She was really hustling and busting her ass. The Becky Lynch defeats Bayley. It was a very, very exciting women's match. Not given much time, but I think this is where, like, Becky Lynch showed that she has hustle, that she can fucking. I was really impressed with Becky Lynch. I really enjoy any pro wrestler, women pro wrestler, heavyweight pro wrestler, male pro wrestler. I love it when it looks like they're trying. And I know that sounds crazy, but, you know, maybe it comes so easy. Maybe they can't sell. Maybe they're like, slow it down, tell a story. But to me, when I'm watching a wrestler, I go, holy shit, they're fucking trying. Just the illusion of trying in pro wrestling is so attractive. You know, you get that in the indies. You get that. You know, you might be a huge John Cena fan. You really might. And you might be a huge Randy Orton fan. And you know, we'll save that debate for later. But one thing that I fucking despise, they never look like they're trying. Ever. It's just, I don't know. So some people might like that style, but if I turn on pro wrestling, I want to believe it's real. And Becky Lynch hustling, busting her ass, I'm like, oh, well, that's what you would do in a real fucking pro wrestling fight. If pro wrestling was real, you wouldn't fucking be like, I'm Kane, and I'm gonna fucking punch you, and I'm Big Show. Look at my giant fucking body compared to my small nipples. No, you'd be like, no, just go out there and fucking fight. I don't know. It's just fucking crazy. And I'm not saying don't fucking work a submission, but put effort into it. Look like you're trying. cinch it, motherfucker. You know, we want to believe. Deep down inside, we want to believe. When Becky Lynch hustles, I believe. When fucking... when you're WWE main roster, not so much. Finn Balor defeats the Brian Kendrick, and I used to be a huge Brian Kendrick fan. Down in Ring of Honor, in the Indies, he really busted his ass, and then he got in a tag team in WWE, and it was a tag team wrestler, and he tried, but the whole time it was like, oh man, if you gave Brian Kendrick a chance, he would be a star. And then he went on his own and became a character, and he's like, I'm a character now, I never have to try at wrestling again. Yep, I'm a character. Don't have to hustle ever again. And his TNA run was beyond fucking embarrassing. And you know what? He's not at the same level as Finn Balor, but the Brian Kendrick, at least he's fucking trying. It's a step up. But I like when they bring back senior guys and make them appear on NXT. I was excited about Rhino. I was excited about the Brian Kendrick. Just because NXT has such a fucking dominant roster, but if you give it away, you know, their pay-per-views and special events ain't going to be big, you know? So you have Finn Balor beat up Brian Kendrick on his way to Owens. You have Owens, who did a pretty good job. Alex Riley was trying to be a tough guy interviewer, and Owens did what everyone fucking should do. Like, you can't be a legit badass. And when we talked about this on Monday Night Raw, you can't be a legit badass and then get punked out by fucking Michael Cole. You know, Michael Cole is protected. Michael Cole is a piece of shit. Like, R-Truth was really getting into his character, really putting over the storyline, and Michael Cole just disrespected R-Truth. Shoot, kayfabe, who gives a shit? It was just fucking awkward. And you're like, dude, if some fucking nerd disrespected fucking an athlete, that athlete would beat the fuck out of him. We know that as fucking nerds. But if you're in pretend land and you're like, well, they ain't gonna fucking hit me, I could say whatever, it pisses you to fuck off and it takes you out. Like, R-Truth is fucking, he's a character, he's getting over. You're like, oh man, I hope fucking R-Truth makes a comeback. Hashtag give Truth a chance. And then you're just like, oh, for the love of fucking Christ, did you just get punked out by Michael Cole and it went nowhere except an awkward 15 seconds of silence? You should get the fucking beat the fuck out of him. I used to run an indie fed, and people all the time, we had a problem with managers and characters that weren't wrestlers acting too tough because they knew they were safe. Well, I just said, all right, solve that problem. If you would punch that person in real life, you can punch them now. Yeah, you should have saw how humbled the managers were, how the managers hid behind people. You have to fucking do that. Like, yeah, if I ran WWE, I'm like, oh, R-Truth, if he ever does that to you again, you have every right to beat the fucking piss out of him. Every right. You have to fucking humble these guys, because if not, in your world, if these guys are fucking complete fucking badasses, and some fucking nerd goes up to you and like, shut the fuck up, and you're like, all right, I'll just shut the fuck up. You lost all credibility. Well, Owens, you know, Alex Riley's doing his job, interviewing him. He's getting it. Owens leaves. He's kind of fucking pissed off. He's going to regret something. He comes out and then just attacks Alex Riley. And I'm like, oh, okay. That just gives credibility to Owens. I mean, I don't know, you know. And it's funny, too, because, like, if you go in mixed martial arts or boxing, no one talks to Floyd Mayweather like that. No one talks to Manny Pacquiao. Yeah, who the fuck talks to Tyson like that? Who the fuck talks to Lennox Lewis like that? I mean, Jim Rome fucking got beat the shit out of him by a fucking 19th string goddamn quarterback. And I'm saying, hey, dude, you could say your piece. You could be a fucking tough guy. But hey, there's consequences. When you go to an athlete that can whoop your fucking ass, and there's a good chance you might get your fucking ass whooped. It's fucking ridiculous. So I'm glad that Owens beat the shit out of Riley, and I'm glad they've actually showed that. So after that, after Baylor's win, that all happens, and then Owens and Baylor just looked at each other, and it was like, oh, baby, throw the money at the fucking screen. You know what? I said this before, and I'll say it again. I don't have access to the network because I have J Sports and I get everything for free. Yay, Japan! Second thing is, is if I did have access to buy the network, I wouldn't. I wouldn't buy it because John Cena, Roman Reigns is going to get credit for that. I ask you, Triple H, I ask you, Vince McMahon, give me access $20, $40 a month for an all NXT channel. And I will. I want my money to support the product I fucking love. I have New Japan World. I have the NHL package. If I enjoy the product, I will pay for it. I do not want to pay. And I know people are like, "Oh, you're a fucking idiot. You get NXT for $9.99." No. They're going to give credit to Roman Reigns. They're going to give credit to John Cena. I would rather pay $40 fucking a month for an all NXT channel just to say, hey, I want to pay for what I fucking enjoy. I wanted you to fucking know because you're like, it's all about the money. Fuck you. It's all about the money? Give me an all NXT channel. I'll pay fucking $40 for it. $40 for it. I don't want any of the WWE product on it. I just want NXT. I want to put my fucking money where my mouth is, and I want to fucking support the product. When you come to Japan, don't fucking launch a WWE network. We have J Sports for your shitty fucking product. Launch an NXT network, and I'll pay more. I'll pay more. All you give a fuck about is money. You don't give a fuck that we're angry. You don't give a fuck that we're depressed. You don't give a fuck. You only give a fuck about money. All right. Start an NXT network and charge more, and I'll pay for it. I do not want to pay for fucking anything that gives John Cena, Vince McMahon, who the fuck is the new fucking John Cena, Samoan Cena. I don't want to give them any of my fucking money. I want Triple H to be like, hey, listen, what wrestling do you want? Now, listen, if you fucking had a good WWE product, I'm sure I'd pay $9.99. But the problem is, you're going to take credit. You're going to go on fucking all these fucking websites, but we got over 1 million subscribers. That's why we're giving the product away for free. Yeah, you're full of shit. It's fucking a marketing scam. It's a PR scam. It's a spin. And I say, congratulations, you're a scumbag. Now imagine if your product was good and you didn't have to give away your product for free. Imagine if fucking... I don't know. If it wasn't for NXT, I think I'd give up on WWE. So thank you, NXT. I really enjoyed this product. It was a huge win. All right, let's see. Ron, thank you for thank you for sharing it and retweeting us at RJB239 on Twitter. He retweeted us. Much love. Boop, boop, boop. All right. At D_Rock73 says, by the way, if you want to see good women's wrestling, Shine 25 is next Friday on WWENlive.com. Blue Pants will be there. Yeah, I love Blue Pants. Yeah, I have to go watch it. Actually, funny story. Me and WWN used to be buddies, and then we hated each other. And now, I'm old and don't give a shit. But yeah, but yeah, I have to actually start checking out those pay-per-views. The thing is, my weakness right now, as far as watching pro wrestling, I want to do more reviews. I have to make these shorter if I want to do more reviews. But my weakness right now is I don't watch enough women's independents, and I don't watch enough PWG. If I have a flaw in my pro wrestling. I do watch a lot of pro wrestling, I assure you, but those are the things. Thunder Skull on the CocoSports.net Internet Inventory Chat. Much love, appreciate it. Win because it's NXT. No other explanation needed. Yeah, an Internet Inventory Chat though. Some people were unimpressed. Andy Pap says thanks. No, thank you, Andy Paps. Thank you. All right. Someone says, can you mention buying my T-shirt? And there's no link. There's no description. Everyone, buy T-shirts. There you go. I don't mind helping a small company out, and I don't mind reading stuff, and saying, hey, check out this other stuff. But when your name is just T-shirt guy on Facebook, and then you say, tell people to buy my T-shirts, come on. I want to help you. I really want to help you, but sometimes you just have to help yourself. Sometimes you have to help yourself. All right, let's see this. Damn, we got a lot of YouTube comments. Much love. I appreciate it. Boom, boom, boom to the YouTubes. Dun 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 dun. Ba-da-da-da-da. All right. Boom boom 418. Hi, Dave. First time caller, long time listener. Much love, Boom Boom. Boom. For those that are not in the know, Boom Boom is one of my co-hosts who takes his career and money and having a family over the podcast. Boom Boom did a solo show of the SmackDown review. You can check that out on our channel. I saw that NXT has decided to break up the tag team of Jason Jordan and Ty Dillinger and are teasing a storyline out of it. While in the short term, this seems to be fine. Do you think, like I do, it's a dumb move in the long term because it breaks up a tag team, which is the one division in NXT that is really struggling? Now there are only 3 teams left once the Lucha Dragons leave. The Vaudevillains, Blake and Murphy, and Enzo Amore and Big Cass. Yeah, I think it's a huge mistake. I just think it's too quick to go. And all that, but it's just, they have potential. Now what do they have? Who knows? As of right now, I just think it's a mistake. We'll see where it goes. You know, I could be wrong. You know, shit, Boom Boom, you would know. I've been wrong before. But I think it's a mistake. Lennox Wooderson says, win as usual. Better than Raw by a mile. It's not even close. I fucking sadly get depressed on fucking Monday Night Raw. Would guys like Jay Briscoe or Adam Cole work in NXT as regulars or one-time deal? Maybe if you brought both Briscoes in. Adam Cole, there's been a lot of interest. They've been talking about Adam Cole going to WWE and NXT for a real long time. Yeah, I would love to see the Briscoes, but I don't know if they would fit in. They're not exactly politically correct. They're like the Diaz brothers of indie wrestling. I don't know. I would love to see the Briscoes go. And I'd love to see Adam Cole go. But they've been talking about Adam Cole working at NXT for a real long time. Yeah, I definitely want to see him as regulars. The one-time deal is kind of cool, but, you know, if you're talented, you should stay there. Who should they bring in and who should they work with for one-off matches? Oh, one-off matches? I don't know. It's hard because they have the monopoly go fuck yourself attitude. Maybe Samoa Joe. You know, it would be cool to see a couple New Japan guys there, but what would be the benefit? WWE is very greedy, monopoly, doesn't play well with others. So I can't see many one-off matches unless they're like WWE, like legends. But even then, no. I don't know. I don't know if NXT is going to have one-off matches. I mean, they might have tryout matches at their house shows, but I could be wrong, but I'd be shocked if there was one-off matches. But it would be cool. I mean, obviously they're going to have local competitors. I mean, look at that. They might bring in guys and just call them local competitors, but to me, that's just bullshit. What do you think about the IC Championship ladder match and Bryan being part of it? Should Neville debut in his match? Yeah, I would love to see Neville there. I don't know. I got mixed feelings. You know what? I'm just so fucking giving up on a WWE product in WrestleMania. You know, it's WWE defenders saying, fuck those fucking passionate fans. They don't fucking know shit. Do you find the product to be good? No. So you just fucking defend it. I don't know. I have really, really given up on WrestleMania. I just can't wait for it to be over. I don't fucking look forward to it. I look forward to next week's Lucha Underground more. I look forward to NXT next week more. I look forward to TNA more. Like, there isn't a fucking television show that I watch, pro wrestling or not pro wrestling, that I look forward to more than Raw and WWE pay-per-views. I just don't. Like, fucking WWE main event, I'm on board. It's fucking sad. I mean, that's cool they put all the good wrestlers in one match, so at least I'll be entertained for one fucking match. That's it. I don't give a fuck anymore. Like, yeah, you broke us. Yay. WWE makes the most money. Yay. The internet fucking nerd is sad. But at the end of the day, are you happy with the product? No. What the fuck is, you know? It's just insane how fucking people blindly defend WWE. And the reason why is they want to feel superior. WWE success is their success. You know, it's fucking sad. It's just a sad fucking life they goddamn live. I don't give a shit. I know that's a fucking bad answer to give, but hey, Daniel Bryan's an IC match. All right, there'll at least be one good match. I mean, Brock Lesnar versus fucking Samoa Cena, don't give a shit about. John Cena versus the fucking Drago. It's done well for Cena, but it's still a Cena match, so what am I supposed to say? It's good for something I fucking despise? Alright, yay. Undertaker's gonna fight Bray Wyatt, but Undertaker already lost, and Bray Wyatt's not undefeated. Well, I look forward to their entrances. Women are gonna look like fucking whores so that Stephanie McMahon can pretend to be a feminist on Twitter. I mean, what the fuck do we have to look forward to? At least with the IC match, they have athletes. So, you know what? I'm going to be completely honest. When it comes to WWE and fucking WrestleMania, I don't give a fuck mode. I just don't. Like, I'm actually really thinking about doing this. I've never done this before, and this is just between me and Lennox Wooderson. I'm thinking about not watching the pay-per-view, reading the results, and pretend I watched it. It's a real scumbag move, and some YouTubers do it. You know, it's fucking just read the results and be like, wow, fucking that fucking happens. Yeah. And then someone will be like, yeah, what did you think of Daniel Bryan's purple trunks? And I'll be like, wow, that was different. Like, they're not even purple. Like, you got me. You got me. How'd you know I didn't watch WrestleMania? This year, I will watch WrestleMania. I will review it. And it will feel like I'm a fucking prostitute. Maybe it will be good. Maybe it will be good. But this is the WrestleMania for the longest time. I just don't give a shit. I don't give a shit because there's so many fucking losers just blindly defending WWE. I don't give a shit because really, if it's not predictable, who gives a shit? Like, oh, Brock Lesnar fucking kept the title against Roman Reigns. You didn't predict that. I still don't give a fuck. John Cena put over Rusev. You didn't predict that. I still don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. There's nothing that I enjoy about the WWE WrestleMania. At least the IC Championship match, I'll fucking be like, you know what? It was somewhat good. So, I don't know if that's the answer you were looking for. I'm so down on the WWE product. I'm just so fucking down. I can't even describe how fucking, maybe I'll be dead. If I die the day after WrestleMania, I'll be like, you know what, fuck you, Terry Funk. Why'd you let me die the day after? If I die the day before WrestleMania, I consider it a good life. Let's wrap this shit up. I didn't have to watch that shitty fucking WrestleMania. And who knows? Maybe it'll be good, but here's the problem. Let's say John Cena Rusev. Let's see fucking I Want to Be a Feminist on Twitter, Whoremania does good. Let's say all these matches are 5-star matches. If you don't give a fuck about the outcome, who gives a shit? Well, I mean, best case scenario, I'd be like, wow, Roman Reigns won, and the match was better than I thought it was going to be. That's a shitty fucking best case scenario. Lennox Wooderson goes on. Rumor has it Bálor is coming up after Mania. Is it too soon? Will he be used correctly or be fed to Roman versus Cena? It just depends on who's running the shit. I'm hoping for a fresh start after Mania. I'm hoping, you know what? In 2016, this is what I want. A WrestleMania winner that Vince McMahon and the Facebook WWE experts can all masturbate to, but a guy worthy of the shot, the guy who can wrestle. It's just, internet fans don't know what they want. The best wrestlers that connect with the crowd should be in the main event and champion. That is my answer for that fucking question for the rest of your fucking lives. Now go suck some McMahon cock. I don't know. If they ruin Bálor and Kenta, I might just fucking tap out. I'm like, dude, I'm just fucking done. I don't know how much more I could fucking take at a WWE product. I'm going to be doing more New Japan. I'm going to be doing more Lucha. You know what? I want to do these reviews. But, they don't have to be perfect shows. They just have to have something worthy. Like, Yeah, I mean, the best part of Monday Night Raw reviews, if people find it annoying, is over-exaggerating how great Roman Reigns is. After that, I got fucking nothing. I got nothing. It is fucking painful. I hope Bálor doesn't get fucked. Who was the best and worst NXT call-ups? All right, let's go. Rollins. Oh, Rollins, I think, is one of the best of all time for being called up. It's just Rollins should really be in the main event because he's got the authority / creative team behind him, and he's just Rollins is doing really good. Reigns, he was handed everything to him. I mean, if you go with money given everything, then yeah, it's a good call up. If you go off talent and fucking him actually doing something, pretty fucking horrible. Emma, yeah, poor girl. She just got caught in that fucking I stole something from Walmart scandal bullshit. Paige was done really well, but now she's just a diva. The Ascension, horrible call up. Big E. If Big E, I'm gonna say it. If Big E was white, he'd be a fucking main eventer. Let's be completely honest. Big E has a great personality. Big E can cut a promo. Big E is a big muscle man. He hustles in the ring. If Big E was white, he'd be a main eventer. And that just sucks that that's a true statement. Bo Dallas, I think his call-up was really good. I just think his storyline went way too quick. Like, he didn't get over as quickly as he did in NXT, so they panicked and told the story way too quick, and then he got injured. I think you bring back Bo Dallas, slow down the storyline. I think Bo Dallas could be a win. I'm gonna go, if Bray Wyatt, character-wise, a win. Wrestling-wise, no. He was way better wrestler in NXT. Harper Rowan, time will tell. Time will tell. I'm a little scared about their future. So if I said who's the best, I would say Rollins. Who is the worst? Probably Paige or Emma. Just because... And I'd say Paige. Because she had such a great start, and look where she is now. I mean, you could turn it around. So I'm going to... Oh, no. That's not fair to Paige. The Ascension. So the best is Rollins. The worst is the Ascension. There you go. Hopefully that answers that question. Nathan Brown, win. And better than any WWE product. Do you think Kevin Owens, Kenta, or Finn Bálor can get a good run on Raw eventually? Or is it closer to Adam Rose, Bo Dallas, or the other failed Vince products? I wonder the same thing for most NXT guys like Neville and Zayn. I am very scared. But just me as a fan, if these wrestlers fail at the big stage, I don't understand how I can be a fan. And I've been a fan. I'm a fan of the Rays. I'm a fan of the Buccaneers. I'm a fan of really, really bad teams. And I understand being through the thick and thin. I understand being a fan during the bad times, but even when the Bucks, if I called the Bucks right now, who finished in last place, has the #1 draft pick, was the worst team in the league, if I called them up and complained, or if I called them up and said something, not once would they say, well, you don't know what you want. Not once would they say, well, fucking football fans always bitching. Not once. I can watch a shitty product. I can be a fan of a shitty product. I've been watching WWE for a long time. It's hard to be a fan of the shitty product when the owner disrespects everyone. Is it too soon for Dillinger and Jordan to turn on each other? Yes. I think they could have built up more so the split means something. They're both starting at the bottom now as singles. And I agree, Lennox Wooderson, will Charlotte be the one to change the Divas division? I don't know. We'll find out. Stephanie McMahon is pretending to be a feminist. And Charlotte, the week prior of her trying to be a feminist, the company that she helps run, that she has power, hashtag use your voice, you fucking whore, said Charlotte wasn't good looking enough. I think when it comes to pro wrestling, Charlotte is the Kurt Angle of the females. And what I mean by that is I never seen anyone grasp the business as quickly as they have. Kurt Angle just appeared, got trained, and became a star. And I think Charlotte is going down that path. I think give time, Charlotte will be the Kurt Angle of the women's division. I I can't. I think very highly of Charlotte. I really do, and I know a lot of fans on Twitter, like D-Rocks, and I'm not picking on D-Rocks, but fans that love indie women's wrestling. Always, if you come through the WWE, kind of put a chip on their shoulder. Like, oh, if I could choose just a WWE girl. But I really believe Charlotte is improving so much and has the total package. And if Stephanie wants to pretend to be a feminist on Twitter, then give us the best female wrestlers. That's it. Lennox Wooderson, watch more PWG. I need to. It's my flaw. It's my biggest flaw. It's the best in-ring work in America by far, maybe in the world too. The best from ROH, Lucha Underground, and indies perform for an intimate and passionate audience. Yeah, I have to check it out. What is the best tag team in WWE? Are they all in NXT? People are giving them a lot of heel heat because they're booked badly, but I think the best in WWE, not including NXT, has to be the Usos. I mean, obviously Masters of the Universe, but I have the feeling that Masters of the Universe is going to be a short-term thing. I think the Usos, because they became friends with John Cena on character, they're in Total Divas, they wrestle the same style of match every time. I think a lot of people attack the Usos, but I still think, even with all their flaws, I still think they're probably the best tag team in WWE. Lucha Dragons ain't bad if Kenta. Yeah, so NXT just has better wrestlers. And it would be great to see where a lot of these tag teams match up with the Usos. But if it's just WWE, and I know it's going to be unpopular, please don't dislike the video. I still think the Usos are one of the best tag teams. Who is crazier on the mic, Steiner, Sheik, or Roman Reigns? If you go crazier, Steiner. I was a camera person, and I didn't run a show. I helped run a show. I was like, it was a Legends show at Tropicana Field, and the Nasty Boys were running it, and I kind of assisted them as best I could, and I got to meet a lot of these legends, and Bret Hart, a lot of legends. Great night. One of my favorite nights of ever, just helping out people in the business. And Steiner is by far the fucking craziest. The Sheik is crazy because he sells, and I don't know what. There's a lot of different Sheiks. I don't know if you're talking about the one that's going around the Indies now, or are you talking about the legendary Sheik? But yeah, the Sheik, it was intimidating. But Steiner's pretty fucking intimidating, and he just fucking. He doesn't kayfabe anything. Like, I'm sitting there taking pictures ringside at this event, and you just hear Steiner. Steiner's going off. Like, let's flip this script. Let's fucking get these fat fucks. Let's destroy them. Shoot on them. It's like, he's just breaking kayfabe, wanting to beat the shit out of the Nasty Boys, and he's loud as shit. The whole arena can hear him. No, Scott Steiner is by far the craziest. He's just absolutely insane. I know there's a Canadian promotion, and they made Scott Steiner the champion. And I was talking to the promoter, and I wasn't talking to him, but my friend was talking to him. And he said, I don't want Scott Steiner to be my champion, but I'm too afraid to tell him that he has to lose. So he did a super show, and then he made Scott Steiner the champion, and now he's just running regular shows, and he keeps flying in Scott Steiner because the promoter's afraid to tell Scott Steiner to lose the championship. Scott Steiner. D-Rocks, I'd love to see Dean Ambrose come and tag with Crow. Yeah, that'd be awesome. Oh, yeah, they did a thing with Crow, too. They did a cut backstage and all that, but Crow is making headlines. I believe it's Crow. Now I'm having fucking grandpa concussion moments, but he saved a girl from a car, and he made national headlines for that. Brian should cut a promo and say he's tired of being held back for being a wrestler. And this is from Lennox Wooderson, that he will challenge for the championship that's about wrestling, Intercontinental Championship. He would have a 2-year run, dropping the title a few times along the way, with the mission of having every best match of the night. He could feud with every great wrestler they have and bring prestige to the belt like Nakamura's doing in New Japan. And that would be kind of cool. I always thought, I always said this about John Cena. I wish John Cena won the U.S. title. He was part, if I booked to protect John Cena, First off, they're doing a great job at Rusev. I mean, imagine if there was an internet nerd who said this storyline a year ago. What? No, there's no need to pay me, WWE. I'll take free NXT swag. But like, if I was to protect Cena, I would have Cena have the U.S. title, and the U.S. title just be for fucking children, and I'd have John Cena be the opening match every night, and then every night when the dark match happens, after it goes off, I would have John Cena wrestle the dark match every night. And it's because kids at home, if you're really for kids, John Cena's full of shit, but I would fucking always be like, no, if you're for kids, it would make the U.S. title. And then the Intercontinental title could be the same way. You know, like a sports entertainment, that, and then you can have the Vince McMahon fucking masturbating trophy. But yeah, if I was WWE, I would give John Cena a championship, and then I would give Daniel Bryan a championship, and just have their styles be defined by those titles. And then just do whatever you want with the WWE title until you're fucking ready for WWE to really be about wrestling. But yeah, that's a great idea. D-Rock's Paige, it's disappointing. She was awesome on NXT and also in the Indies. You should check her out. Her family, she's been wrestling forever, and they did a documentary on her family. But also I heard the last match at Shimmer was a street fight against her mom, Sweet Sarah Knight. Okay, I'm fucking slaughtering this. I'm more excited about Shimmer Chick Fight than Mania. Yeah, there is not a pro wrestling product out there that I'm not more excited than Mania. Lennox Wooderson, I think they're keeping Taker off TV because his physique is horrible, and they want to goad people into buying the pay-per-view before they know if he can wrestle or not. And Triple H is stealing the theme of a possible Taker versus Sting match by billing it as WWE versus WCW, who's the true heart of WWE. Possibility. I mean, all that's probably true. I don't know. Undertaker, though, even though he's getting older, one show a night, I don't know. I'm not a big Undertaker fan, but I don't mind what they're doing with Taker. Lennox Wooderson, will anyone in NXT get over more than Bryan? If not, then how do they stand a chance in WWE? If the most over wrestler of the decade can't get a decent push, how will Steen, Neville, or Kenta? And that's a great question, and that's fucking depressing. I don't know. I honestly don't know. I wish I gave you an answer. I mean, Vince McMahon dies and Triple H fucking isn't full of shit. That's our only hope. I mean, or that's a little dark. Vince McMahon dies or retires. Maybe he can retire and fucking, have fucking Pat Patterson blow him for the rest of his life. Yeah, if Vince McMahon just goes away and Triple H fucking is legit, then maybe we're good. But yeah, if, the internet fans don't know what they want. Listen, this is our go-to answer from now on. We want the best wrestler that connects with the crowd to be in the main event and be champion. Because if we all say the same short answer, they can't pretend to be insiders anymore. Lennox Wooderson says, will anyone in NXT get over more than Bryan? Oh, we already read that. Oh, no, did we? I don't know. Yes, we did. All right, Lennox Wooderson. Is Vince McMahon pulling a Vern Gagne by trying to overproduce, micromanage, and keeping the title in the family? Wrestling families mostly, like the Samoans and McMahons. Yeah, he's just out of touch. And the fact that we keep saying he's out of touch is he just wants to be an asshole and prove he's not. So it's a fucking lose-lose situation. We're like, you're out of touch, old man. And then he's like, you know what? You think I'm out of touch? I'm going to stay forever and show I'm not out of touch. What? I'm out of touch? You don't like the product? I'm going to stay forever. And you're like, I see how this fucking game is playing. I see where this game is going. All right. At the underscore Jan underscore Brower liked our video and tweeted us. So much love. I appreciate it. Thank you. Boom, 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 boom. All right. There you go. All right. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the comments. Thank you for everything. Please, if you haven't, like, comment, subscribe. If you have the money and you can afford a t-shirt and you like the t-shirt, it would be cool if you went to cocosports.net, became part of our community, also bought a shirt. And if you do buy a shirt, take a picture, send it in. We will do a Stump the Idiot, a Q&A question. I know it's not much, but we're poor. And we'll do a special video just for you, thanking you. Cocosports.net is looking for help because, well, it's shiny, but it needs to do more than be shiny. So if you're interested in helping kocosports.net, send us an email. We just ask you to be over 18 and realize it's a passion project. Now that I'm saying, oh, we need help, they'll be like, well, could I have a $97,000 a year job so I can run your Twitter? Yes, you can. Why not? That's sarcasm. You got to be worried these days on the YouTubes. All right, so like, comment, subscribe. Check out kocosports.net, kocosports.net. I will be back to do a lot more videos this weekend, knock on wood. And I think that's it. Thank you all. With that, I am over. Bum, 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 ba-dum, bum, bum, bum,